Hey guys, I'm Ash.
And I'm Pete.
We're two friends with a combo of 7 kids ranging from toddlers to 20s and 2 crazy husbands.
Our paths were not easy. With childhood battle wounds, divorce, second marriages and all, we somehow found each other. And together we talk real life, laugh, cry, and figure out how to survive the day.
Music is by Decibel Champion. To hear Decibel Champion's newest hits, search Decibel Champion on Spotify. Hey guys, it's Ash and P.
Hey.
Welcome back. P.
Yeah.
How's it going?
It's good. I'm talking pretty much normal.
You're still a little bit, but I mean, even better than last Tuesday.
I know.
You sound better.
Yeah.
You had a nice little run today.
I did. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Were there a lot of people out?
So many.
Good.
People. So we ran the 2 cities today, and I'm a super sweet wife.
I told Yvonne that already. Yvonne was like, "Do you know how she did?" I said, "I don't, but I know at mile 4.
I'm a super sweet wife, and I signed my husband up to do this with me. So there are times where I've signed up for races and I don't sign him up.
Yeah.
I just know where he is and whatever. And it's like, if he wants to do it, he'll tell me. And if he doesn't, he doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And to be quite honest, I like to, there are times where I don't mind working out with him, but I like to also work out without him.
Yeah.
And so he would be like, "Oh, well, let's train together for things." And I'm like, I don't know if that's going to fit into our schedule, because our schedules are different when we work out.
Yeah.
So
not to mention, since you work out here, it'd be a little difficult to do it with
the kids. Yes.
Yeah.
So, anyway, he has not been on his fitness journey. He has not been maybe excelling in his fitness journey at this point right now.
Mm-hmm.
He does still work out. And again, if we go back to what I've said in previous episodes, he is very athletic, naturally, right? Like he is an athlete. I think, and he always, like, I argue with him, like, I had to teach myself to be athletic. You grew up in sports.
Yeah.
And so you have such a better mentality. The only difference is, I guess, maybe I take it more serious now because I had to teach myself. Obviously, it was something that was driven, right? I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Anyway, I'm not a runner. I don't enjoy running, but it's good for you to run a bit. So I enjoy that. Hey, you know what? I'll just set a goal, and I like to be able to say, when someone says, "Oh, what do you work out? Like, what do you do?" I'm like, I like to say I do everything. I like that. I like changing things up.
Yeah.
I like doing weights. I like doing cardio. I like doing HIIT. I like doing bar. I like doing boxing. I like
doing none of those things.
So running to me is more like, you got to do it, but it's probably, I'm not going to be like a runner.
Right.
Like, I don't get a high from running.
Yeah.
I get a high from meeting my goal, and that's it.
It's funny because working out for you is such a stress reliever. One of my other girlfriends, running for her. Like, she can just run because that is her stress reliever.
That is, a lot of runners do that. And I mean, I think for them, it's like, there are people that run like without music. There are people that run, and I'm like, oh no, I like to listen to like super ghetto music, like things I'm not going to listen to in the car with my kids, probably maybe by myself.
Yeah.
If I need to like pick me up, but like, super ghetto music and like dancey type of, like, not dancey, but you know what I mean? Like stuff that's like really high,
high energy
beats and energy. And so anyway, bottom line is, I made my husband sign up with me. We both did the 10K. 10K is like 6 miles is my sweet spot. Like, that's it. Like, I don't have any desire to go for a half marathon. I don't have any desire for me to go any more than a 10K. So we did the 10K, tons of people. Surprisingly, only 2 girls that I knew I saw, and that was at the very end. Actually, we saw a guy that Tony used to work out with at his gym, and we sat and had breakfast with him there.
Oh, nice.
But it was so cold this morning.
Yeah, you were saying
freezing. But it was great to like, you know, just everyone feeling normal and just being out and active. And I met, like, I mean, because everyone's so, there's something about being in a race, like, people are just so encouraging and nice and, like, ready to have fun.
Yeah.
So, like, as we're standing there, like, we just kept meeting different people and talking to them. And these 2 ladies, older ladies, were doing the half marathon.
Oh, Jiminy Crickets.
And I'm like, wow. And they're like, oh, no, we're not running. We don't run. We're walking it. And I'm like, that's still a long walk.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know about walking 13 miles.
No.
And I said, see, that just requires a lot of training for me to think about a half marathon. And that's a lot of time. That's a big time commitment. And then the lady goes, do you want to know how much training I did? 0. So I might die. Oh but they were really funny. We met quite a few people out there. It was a lot of fun. And we got these ridiculously giant big medals. I mean, the medals are huge.
Yeah, they looked a little large.
I was like, oh my God, why is it so big? I feel like
made up for last year.
I guess so. I guess so. Tony goes, maybe they
combined the 2 medals together.
Yeah. So I'm like, I told Tony's like, she's gonna run with me. I was like, no, you're gonna run with me. Okay. So we get up and I'm like, you know, I want to do this together with you. You know, I want to do this together with you.
That's so sweet of you.
So we start to take off, like we start to get up there, and I put my earphones in, and it's a good song, and I take off.
Oh, was he like, I thought we were running together?
I was like, is he going to come and like catch up to me? And he never did. And I was like, oh, I'm like, I am not obviously a good running person, because like a partner.
A good running partner. Yeah.
I just took off on my guy, you know? So
signed him up for it and left him at the start line.
Yeah. So then I was like, there's just so many people and you got to get through. Like once you get past a certain point, it like
thins out.
Yeah, it thins out. So I was like, I know he'll be good until, and I had to take my sweater off. So like midway. So I was like, that'll kind of slow me down a little. Like I'll like kind of like do a slow jog to take my sweater off. And then I was like, he'll be good until mile 4. And then I know he's going to need help past mile 4, because he's only like, he hasn't really been running. Mm-hmm. So mile 4, I stopped and I waited for him. And then he came up, and I mean, he wasn't like that crazy far behind, you know?
Yeah.
So he came up. I probably lost about 5 minutes. And then he was like, I would have started walking. He's like, let's go to the end. He goes, let's go to the end, and then I might have to stop again. I go, let's just keep going. And he didn't stop.
Oh,
so we finished the last 2 miles together.
Good.
And he was like, I don't want to fucking die.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
He was happy. He was proud of himself, but I think he's like, I'm hurting. Like everything hurts.
Yeah.
My hip hurts and my groin hurts and my nipples hurt. And
yeah. I know. Why doesn't he wear pasties?
I don't know. You know, he said, he goes, I didn't think I would have an issue. So
I mean, I've never had that issue, but I wear a bra, so a little different.
Yeah.
A little different there, but
I was a little nervous with the time change and everything, but we got an extra hour, so I guess it was in my favor. But no, it was good. It was fun.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah. That's awesome. Do they have markers every mile?
Not every mile, but like every 2 or so.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering how you knew when you hit 4.
Yeah. So like they have like a watering station at mile 2. And then we didn't see anything. I guess mile 3, they did have, no, it was mile 4. No, it was mile 3. I think like around mile 3, they had a DJ.
Oh, okay.
And then they had at mile 4, they had water.
So how did the watering stations work this year, given COVID?
Like normal.
Like normal, really?
Yeah.
I mean,
and
we
honestly,
always wore gloves.
No one was in. I don't even know if I saw gloves.
Oh.
I
always wore gloves.
There was, I think, maybe a handful of people that were. Hey guys, we're back.
Hey.
Okay, so we took a quick break. We were talking about the holidays and craziness. We're about to go into Thanksgiving, Christmas. There's
New
Year's. And I feel like Christmas, like December is just like crazy parties.
Yeah.
Plus your family and everything, right?
Uh-huh.
And it comes quick because Thanksgiving, like it kind of all like kickstarts it.
Yeah. Thanksgiving, which is going to be very soon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, oh my gosh. And then.
And you leave with your son on his 6th grade trip to Sonora, to the mountains.
The 17th.
The week before Thanksgiving.
So we do Sonora, come back, go down south, do the shower, do LA, come back, Thanksgiving, and then it's just all a blur.
Uh-huh. I know.
See, so maybe that's why I'm feeling so...
No,
like
I know.
Christmas feels so soon and I don't want to shop or anything.
It does feel so soon. I was talking to my neighbor the other day and he goes, "It's already Christmas. I can't believe it." And I go, "I know." And he goes, "I feel like it's even more, it keeps getting more and more expensive." I go, and it keeps getting closer and closer, like sooner and sooner.
Yeah. Gosh. I know it's always December 25th, but man,
I know.
It really feels like,
mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess, this year started out so differently, I guess,
mm-hmm.
than most years.
Yeah.
And has kind of been so much back and forth.
Yeah.
That it's like finally this school year, things have really gotten more normal, not necessarily back to normal, but more normal. And time is just flying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And we're older. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah.
That has something to do with
true. It really is true.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I was talking to Tony today because I was getting on him about him not helping me with the house. And during winter, although there are still weeds and there are things, and now we even have this turf grass. So, I mean, it's even less with the yard. We keep trying to make things as easy as possible to maintain the yard and everything. And we don't have a gardener and we don't have a pool person. So he has to do all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But the house is so much sometimes.
You guys have a lot. I mean, your house is, and I know
it's just, we have dogs and kids.
Kids. It's a really good size. I mean, you got the pool, you got the yard, front yard, backyard. And you got these dumb pigeons.
Oh my
that won't
gosh.
leave you alone.
They just shit everywhere. I just want to, I'll put a giant net over my house.
I know, but they will break into it.
I know.
Because they've done everything they can to get through your...
rats with wings.
They are. That's what my mom always says. But they really are.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they want your whole side yard to be their bathroom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like it's their whole porta potty.
Yeah.
Drives me crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to Tony, and he's like, I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Like, I know it's like on me because I worked all day. I got off of work. We dropped the kids off. We ran and got dinner. We came home. We watched the fights, just him and I, ate our dinner, and I fell asleep on the couch. And so I didn't like clean, you know?
Yeah.
And Friday, we were busy.
Yeah.
And even until the evening, which I was trying to spend with like my family, you know, like a good person should, you know, spend time with their family. And then today we had the race, and even though we were done early, I was tired and you know, that kind of thing. So anyway, I'm like cleaning up today, and I'm like, you need to help. I swear, I don't understand how it's like he doesn't see everything I see.
You know, I'm going to help you out slightly.
Like, how do you not see that there's dishes in the sink? How do you not see that the kids' jackets and shoes have been sitting here for 3 days?
That's not what it is. He absolutely sees it. It doesn't bother him.
Drives me crazy.
It does drive you crazy, but it doesn't drive him crazy. And
it drives me crazy that it doesn't drive him crazy, because that's just being a slob.
I mean, yeah, but it doesn't bother him. So it's not something that he's necessarily focusing on. And it's something that it really bothers you. So you're focusing on. I'm just saying, as a fellow slob, I understand.
So, you know, we talk about like, you need to have communication with your husband. You need to be open. You talk about the things that bother you and everything. So a couple months ago, I went to him and I was like, I'm drowning. I need help. I cannot maintain everything with the kids and the dogs and the house and work and my family and friends and balance and everything. I can't do it all. I need you to help me.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, what do you need? Of course, I'll help. I said, great. He goes, why don't I take all the laundry from now on? I said, okay. He said, okay. And he goes, I'll make sure, and I'll make the bed, because it's never made unless I make it. I'll make the bed and I'll do the laundry. That's something you don't have to worry about. And we do go through a lot of laundry.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. And there's been times where I've gone in there and I'm doing the laundry and he's like, no, you're not supposed to do the laundry. I'm going to handle all the laundry. Well, things go in waves apparently, because all of a sudden I've got laundry to my ears if I don't stay on it and do laundry pretty much every other day. So I'm doing and when I say I'm doing laundry, I am washing and folding and putting away, except I don't put his clothes away. I fold everything. I stack everything by category and like put it by his stuff so he can put it away. But he will wash and throw everything on the washer and dryer. And I'm like, great. Now I have wrinkled clothes and I have 5 fucking loads to fold all at once. So I'll see you in 3 years when I can leave the laundry room. So I talked to him today. I'm like, what the heck? Like, can you stand up and help me? He's like, I knew it. I told you, like you said, we were going to have a chill day after the race. Just stay home, relax, whatever. I was like, yeah. And I took a nap, which I don't normally do, but we didn't have the kids. And I came home and I showered after the run. I was tired. We had to be out there super early in the morning. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to lay down for a little bit. And I slept. And I sat on the couch for like an hour. And it was great. But I get up and now I'm done with that. Now it's time to bust a move. Like, get it done.
That doesn't sound very fun.
And he's like, I just want to watch football on the couch, like one day. And I'm like, I would like that too, except there's too much other stuff to do. And he's like, no, there isn't. You just need to let it go. Okay, so when you don't have a towel to dry your body off,
yeah,
are you going to say, it's okay because we watch football. He's like,
he doesn't talk like that.
Then he's like, I think I've been telling you this. You need to get a house cleaner. Let's just get a house cleaner. I'm like, no, because we can't afford it, because they're too expensive. And I'm sorry, I just have a hard time parting ways with that much money.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's not like it would be $100 for them to come out and do a cleaning. It's a lot. And I can't. And I've shopped around. I have done it. And I'm like, period. The bottom line is it's square footage. And
you've got a lot of it.
We've got enough of it to where it makes a dent. And I'd rather not have that expense.
Yeah. I understand that.
Then that means that I'm stressing out because I need time to clean everything.
You just need to be a slob.
And then we're talking about like, I'm talking about work and the things I'm going through. And he's like, well, maybe you just need to talk to your boss and maybe, say, well, if I start working on Fridays, I go, no.
Then that leaves even less time.
I physically cannot manage our life like you like it and work another day. I already work that day. I'm just not sitting in an office.
Yeah.
I'm still answering my emails. I'm still answering my phone. I'm still getting on the computer and doing what I need to do when I need to do it.
Yeah.
I was like, no, that doesn't work. So what is the answer? Because now we're coming into the holidays and we're going to even be busier.
Okay. I'm not going to be able to solve it all for you. Not going to be able to solve most of it for you.
You going to come clean my house?
Hell no. If I come and clean your house, my husband will divorce me because I don't even clean ours. Okay? That would not go over very well with him. But
start making my 3 and 2-year-old do it.
Well,
they do. I mean, they have to clean up after themselves, or they get in big trouble. But I mean, that's a job in itself.
Getting them to clean,
toddlers to clean after themselves.
It is. Yeah, learning how to put the things where they need to go.
Yeah.
You're going to have to refrain from doing additional things this holiday season. I know. You're not going to like it.
Yeah. No, I know. And you know what? My family they all messaged me. Not all. I shouldn't say that. A couple of my family members messaged saying, "Are you hosting Thanksgiving?" And luckily my mom, and she knows.
Yeah.
She goes, "Would you like me to host Thanksgiving?" That's how she approached it. And I said, "Yes."
Oh, see. Oh, gosh.
Yes. Are you hosting Thanksgiving?
I think I am.
Why? You're going to come back like the day before.
I don't know. I told my
all
brother.
Of your siblings have homes.
Oh, no. I know. We have.
Here's
part of the issue. Part of the issue is that, like myself, my mother is also not prepared.
Yeah.
And a very big procrastinator. Surprise, surprise. So we typically don't start talking about Thanksgiving for at least another week. We've had 0 conversations about Thanksgiving to this day. So in about a week, we typically start talking about it. I don't think my mom's going to want to have it at her home. I don't know if my baby brother is going to be with us this Thanksgiving or if he'll be with his wife's family. They alternate holidays, and so we do too.
And so that's one of the reasons why I was able to say no, I'm not hosting, because typically we do the same thing. However, and here we go again. I mean, we could talk on and on about this. I should have cut into this even earlier in the episode.
Yeah.
So my in-laws are older and they live in another town. And there's only one kid. Well, she's not a kid. I mean, she's an adult, but one of their children that lives in town.
Right.
Except her kids are like, one's in college, one's a senior.
Yeah.
And then she's got her husband's family.
Right.
And we're out of town, and Tony's other brother is out of town. So the hard part is like making sure they have somewhere to go. And Tony's always like, I feel guilty. Like I want them to always have a place to go. I'm like, I know, but we are literally coming back like the day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I cannot host.
Yeah.
There's no way, Tony. I mean, there's no way. And I'm sorry, I don't want to get in a car for 2 hours and drive.
Yeah.
After we're going to drive for 4.
Yeah. But I mean, so your family's always going to be welcoming, you know?
Oh, so they could for sure. No, they could. But, you know, I mean, his parents are older. It's just more convenient to either have it, you know, wherever they're staying.
Yeah.
And I know his sister in town will take care of them. And I mean, but I hate to put that on her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know they'll be okay.
That's not nice. That's not nice, Priscilla.
Oh my God, my watch just said that. I should not talk anymore, apparently. I'm not saying things
I don't know what was not nice about it, but
no.
Siri doesn't like it, apparently.
Okay, sorry, Siri. But it's like the guilt of the two families. Yeah. It's the guilt of hosting, not hosting. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to walk away from, like, honestly, my side, they don't care if I have it or my mom has it. We're all going to get together. It's easy. We're in town. We live 2 minutes away from each other. Yeah. So whether it's at her house or my house, it's all going to be fine.
Right.
You know, that's not a big deal. For his family, it's a little bit harder.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But for you, well, you need to have that conversation now. And you need to tell people you're not even in town until like the day before.
I only thought about that this morning when I was doing my hair.
And my mom and I had this conversation on Halloween. We were like,
no. Mm-mm.
I
was with my mom earlier, but
my sister-in-law, my future sister-in-law, when she texted me, I was like, my mom's gonna have it, you know. And she's like, no, that's fine, you know, whatever. I mean, it's not like they were like, oh my God, you're not gonna have it.
Do it, yeah.
You know, I really try to host every other year, and this year would not be a good year. To be quite honest, I'm not sure next year would be a good year either because we'll be in Mexico. I mean, I guess we'll be back for a week before, but still.
Maybe you'll have to go to up north.
Yeah. But we'll see. I mean, it's just like those pressures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. My brother asked me the other day something about Thanksgiving, and I was like,
why can't they have it?
We're not going to. Well, that's what I said. I said, we're not going to do it. And he goes, why not? I said, we're going to have mom do it. And he goes, she's not going to want to. And I go, well, Jason would appreciate it. And he's like, you don't even have to cook. Just don't cook. We'll just buy everything. Don't cook. And then me and Caitlin are like, but it's still cleaning up and there's still other stuff that goes into it. Right. It's not just the cooking aspect. Right. Because my mom will cook stuff and bring it over.
Everyone so it's like
Jason and my mom.
I love that it's Jason, your mom, not you and your mom.
Yeah. No, Jason and my mom, you know, are doing the cooking. But then I said, well, you do it. And he goes, that's messed up because Bam can't get into my house. And I was like, well, I don't think Bam's going to be able to go. You know, they're not letting the residents. Bam is my grandma, and she lives in a care facility.
And with COVID,
they're not. She goes to doctor's visits. That's the only place.
I have a question, and I know this is so. 1 year, this was, and I know that you're going to be like, that is so bizarro because it's not your norm. But 1 year, this was when I was pregnant with Gigi. So, my oldest daughter was with her dad for Thanksgiving, which is not a norm. Usually I have her at least, we split the day or something.
Yeah.
But he had her the full day, and that was fine with me because I get her for everything that, you know, I want her for.
Right.
So she went with him. I was pregnant, and I'm like, this is the last time we're not going to have littles for a long time. Mm-hmm. So it's just him and I, really, because it was an every other year. We didn't have to host the parents or anything like that. We'd have to, you know, we weren't obligated to be with his family at the time, or mine. My family doesn't care.
Right.
So we made dinner reservations at Ruth Chris, and they do an amazing Thanksgiving dinner. It was packed, like there's people. Yeah. You have to make your reservations and stuff, but it was delicious and it was great. And then we walked, it was like, it's Thanksgiving, then all the stores open, so it was like Macy's was open and stuff, so we did a little shopping. we were going to do a movie, but we were like, no, we're tired. And no, I think we did go see a movie, actually. We did go see a movie. I
can't believe you stayed up.
We saw a movie and then we went home. So you could always go to a nice restaurant for Thanksgiving.
My whole family?
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't be against that, but...
You're afraid of your little kids running around or what?
No, that's a lot to coordinate. And it's kind of hard because if, depending on where Robbie's in-laws are at, you know, my sister-in-law has family in Visalia, and sometimes they'll go to Visalia for a holiday, or, you know, if they're in town, sometimes they may be able to make both, and maybe like she works at a job where sometimes she has to work on a holiday. So maybe she can't make it, but him and the kids can make it and that kind of thing. And then with Steven, you know, they always do both families for every holiday. And so it's like coordinating when it's going to work with my sister-in-law's family and our family and that kind of thing. It's just a lot of coordinating. So we're just kind of like, okay, this time. And then when people get there, it's just like, it's okay. And we're all under the understanding that whatever time we say, my mom's for sure going to be at a minimum an hour late.
So minimum. Whoever doesn't go to Thanksgiving.
I know. So this is an issue. This is not an issue that Jason has. Jason would be completely fine if we didn't do Thanksgiving. He would be absolutely, he's like, when we start like stressing out, like I start stressing out, like, well, this isn't that. Jason's like, we're just going to spend Thanksgiving or, you know, whatever. We're just going to spend it with us and our kids. We'll go to the movies. We'll whatever. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, it's very hard for me not to be with my family. If we were going to like my sister-in-law's house and my family wasn't like, I wasn't going to be with my family because of that, that's one thing. But to be with just us and not, I don't know why. I'm a weirdo.
It's because you know how important your family is to you. You love them. And they do look up to you, and you are the oldest, and you do normally put everything kind of piece it together for everyone to be together. So if you're not there and you remove it, how will they find their way?
I know they'll all find their way. I just, like, I feel guilty. I get a guilty feeling.
But I honestly think, so there's two things. One is if you just say, we are going out of town. We cannot host Thanksgiving. And we've decided we're going to make dinner reservations. If you would like to have Thanksgiving dinner with us at blah, blah, blah place, I need to know by Tuesday so I can call and make the reservation. Once we make it, we all have to attend. So if you're not sure, then don't say you're going to make it. Yeah. If there's that, I know you don't like that. There's that. You could.
Can you see the scaredness in my eyes?
You could order the food and have it catered at your house, whatever.
I don't want to do it at my house because
I know
my house is going to be a disaster.
Know, and you got the new doggy, and it's
the new doggy is hopefully going to be with my brother because he is not fully vaccinated, so he cannot go to, you know, my older ones, they go and they're boarded.
That's right.
But he cannot go.
That's right. So, I mean, or Steven hosts it.
Yeah.
Or you tell your other brother, if you don't want that, then you have to host it. I can't do it at my house.
Yeah.
Jason will bring whatever you want him to. We're not going to do it at our house. I mean, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
Es todo. But I know that's what I'm talking about, though. Those stresses that come with the beautiful holidays. Don't get me wrong. I love Christmas. Love the holidays. Yeah. I love Christmas. I love everyone being so kind and generous and giving and surprising your family and friends and kids and loved ones with something that you just know is like gonna just make them smile. So happy.
Yes.
I love those things.
Yes.
But it does come with a lot of work involved.
There are a lot of pressures.
So you guys will have to let us know.
Yes.
This is how we're going to know if you're listening.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna have to let us know. Number one, there's gonna be a two-part question here. Should Ashley go have dinner reservations somewhere? Should Ashley have her other brother host, one of her other brothers host it? Or should she just have it at her house and deal with it and stay up until the crack of dawn scrubbing her floors and whatever?
Good night.
Well, we all know Jason will do that, yeah.
No, and then he'll divorce me maybe too. I don't want him to divorce me.
Yeah.
I like him.
Sometimes. And I guess for me, the other question is,
what does she do about her housekeeping? Like how? Okay, so
how do I not live in a pigsty during the holidays?
Yeah, and not have to pay for an expensive housekeeper.
Yeah.
Or does anybody have any tips? And
I already have a Roomba. Yeah. And I mean, that thing picks up dog hair like crazy. And I'm constantly. Yeah. And that's the other thing. We have a Roomba. Tony, you see the thing is full. It can't even finish the job. Can you just unload it? Just unload it. And so we can go back and do the job. They won't even do that.
I have to tell you, emptying it out is one of my favorite things because I like to, which is bad.
To see all the things.
I know, that's so bad. Too. That's bad.
And
by seeing all the things, it really is dog hair.
It's dog hair.
It's dog hair.
So much
but
dog
I
hair.
like to see how much dog hair it picks up. And I know that makes it sound disgusting, like I have so much dog hair.
But you're like, geez, I even have this on my floor.
Yeah, I know. No, I know. That's why I'm saying I know it sounds disgusting, but I do like to see, like, dang, like on days, especially like days that I've brushed the dogs and then I've like cleaned up their hair, that I'm like, the next day, let's see how little hair there is in these suckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Well, everyone, thanks for swapping with us today.
Thanks. We hope your holiday season is starting off right, and we hope you can give us some great tips.
Yeah, we'll
Let
just
us both know what to do with our lives.
Yeah, or we're all just going to be stressed out. We'll meet you at the wine bar.
Thanks.
Thank you. Segment music by Callie Grace. For more of Callie Grace's hits, follow Callie Grace on iTunes and Spotify today.